What's going on, friends? SeanPierceJohnson here, and it feels like the last time we demoed a pedal that came out on a Monday or a Tuesday, it was a Walrus Audio pedal. And you'd think, with 2020 being 2020, that Walrus Audio could just, with everything that they've already put out this year, just call it a year, and we're good, and that's it, and we don't need anything more. Well, we were wrong, because it seems that Julia has taken a dip into the lake of reincarnation, as it were, and has returned out of the waters as Julianna. What exactly is Julianna? Well, it's everything that Julianna was, and it has become more. Okay, enough with the broken Matt Hardy stuff. But it kind of fits this, because it really is just about everything that I've heard people that love Julia but want it to be more have asked for. It has tap tempo, it has subdivisions and more wave shapes for modulation, and the coup de grace of it all, stereo inputs and outputs. Of course, it's not top-mounted jacks, so some of you are gonna have a problem with it, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead, throw the pedal up on the screen, and take a look at this very seductive new pedal from the Walrus crew. Now, at first glance, there's not much that's really different about it. The same four knobs that we know and love for the rate, depth, lag, and DCV, all there. We don't need to get used to a whole new set of different controls to craft our chorus tone. However, there are some differences that are rather obvious, being the fact that we have a bypass foot switch and tap tempo, which is very awesome. Now, tap tempo is connected to this new toggle switch, which is division. And this basically sets a subdivision of whatever you tap in. And it only works when you use the tap tempo. So if you don't want to use it, just use the rate knob and it's not going to affect it at all. Now, with the division, you have a quarter note triplet, and an eighth note division of your tap tempo. So you can get those slow, more choppy, kind of chorusy modulation, vibrato-y sounds, or something a little faster, something that feels a little bit more natural. Now, shape isn't that much different. We have the same two waveforms on Julia here on Julianna, but the real fun comes from the addition of the third wave shape form, and that is random, for all kinds of weird, glitchy, modulaty goodness. And boy, is it fun, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Other than that, what else is new here? Well, I said stereo inputs and outputs. We've looked at the tap tempo and the subdivisions. However, there's one other thing. Expression pedal control. That's very cool. Just a little jack on the side of the pedal, and assign any of those parameters that you might want to control with an expression pedal to an expression pedal. There's also some hidden stuff as well. Pressing and holding down on the bypass or the tap tempo basically give you access to a certain hidden setting. By holding down on the bypass, you can set a secondary rate and depth control for the modulation tone, and then by holding down on the tap tempo, you can ramp between those two settings. So there's a lot going on here with Julianna. It truly is more than Julia. But at the very same time, we need to get down to the core of this thing. Let's take a listen. We're gonna stick with a new setup here today using my Orange Rocker Verb 100 on the hard left of your audio spectrum, and the Hughes & Kettner Black Spirit 200 going hard right. But we must ask one question before we really get down to exploring this pedal. Is there really that much of a difference between a mono chorus tone and a stereo chorus tone? Now, to really demonstrate this, I've gone ahead and just unplugged the Black Spirit from Julianna entirely. So you're just gonna be hearing the rocker verb panned straight up the center. I'm also gonna add in just a little bit of compression from an orange Kong presser to just help kind of rein things in. Okay, there's our bass line. So now let's plug the Black Spirit back into Julianna, pan the orange hard left, pan the Black Spirit hard right, and listen to the same exact setting, but in a stereo context. Now that that little experiment is over and done with, let's get on to some more sounds. Now let's move on and focus on the tap tempo. Now what's really cool about this is that both functions, the rate knob and the tap tempo, can defeat each other depending on which one you are operating. Turn the rate knob, tap tempo is not involved. Neither is the division toggle switch either. It's kind of a nifty thing. You can choose which one you want to dictate the speed of your chorusing sound. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with this setting, play a little passage, then I'm gonna go ahead and tap in a tempo that's more close to the tempo of the passage that I'm playing. And then we'll flick the subdivisions and breathe deeply and see how it affects us. Now we can get into the secret menu features of Julianna. The first being your secondary LFO speed. You do this by having the pedal engaged like I do right now, pressing and holding on the bypass foot switch, and then turning the rate knob. So we started, let's go ahead and start it really slow. About right there. Press and hold. Let's just go ahead and turn it up to just shy of 3 o'clock. Then you release, and your secondary sound is saved. What that then now allows you to do is press and hold on the tap switch and go between those two speeds. It's pretty nifty. So if that's your persuasion, there you go. But there's another little one, and it's called drift. What is drift? Well, the way Walrus describes it is, imagine that you have little robots kind of micro-tuning the time, like down and up all the time while the pedal's on. You can either have none of it, or you can have a little of it, or you can have a lot of it. So let's get a little weird. I'm gonna have this chorus just shy of 12 o'clock. I'm gonna go down to that, that random setting. Increase the depth. Maybe give it a little bit more lag. And now add in some drift. Now the way you do it is press and hold on the bypass foot switch and turn the depth control. When it's fully counterclockwise, there's no drift at all. So let's go ahead and listen to that. And now let's add in a little. Feels like we're starting to get a little bit more erratic with the random. Now let's add more. Why not just add all of it? It certainly feels more squirrely than we originally started out with no drift added in. But so that we can hear it in a more standard operation, let's go ahead, flick it to the center position so that waveform is a bit more consistent. Turn the drift all the way down and get to some playing. I can hear it, and hopefully you can too. So the last little secret thing that you can do with Julianna is either use an external tap tempo switch to control the rate, or you can use an expression pedal with it in order to either control the rate, the depth, or both with an expression pedal. It's pretty cool. There is one little caveat to it in that there is a dip switch on the inside of the pedal that you will need to flick in order to make sure that it is operating correctly. And in all honesty, I completely forgot about that before I started filming this video, and I don't want to, mess up my shot. But it's a pretty cool thing to be able to do that. I normally just am a set and forget kind of guy, and with that in mind, I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite sounds that I've been able to conjure up with Julianna. That, my friends, is Julianna by Walrus Audio. Now, in all honesty, I am a one chorus setting kind of guy. Pretty much since I got the Julia V2 earlier this year, that's been my main go-to chorus pedal. And Julianna has way more stuff than I'm ever going to need. But I will not deny that running that sound that I love so much in stereo and getting that wide stereo field, it's just one of those things that changes the world for you. But there's a lot of other things that I'm not going to use, like the tap tempo, the subdivisions, and the expression pedal stuff, and the external tap tempo stuff that some of you out there watching may have been wanting Julia to have forever. And well, Julianna is right for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at this brand new pedal from Walrus Audio. You should be able to get yours today, or at least very, very soon. And I'd love to know what you guys thought of it. Shoot me a comment in the comment section below. Please do consider giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. And it would also help me greatly if you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you never miss any of the videos that come up. But you will be able to see those videos before anyone else in the world, at least 48 hours beforehand if you join my Patreon community. There's a link for that in the description, and you'll also get access to some videos that I really don't want to make available publicly on YouTube. Having said that, it's great of you guys to spend part of your day with me. I hope you guys have had a good one and enjoy the rest of your week. Until next time, my friends, I'm SeanPierceJohnson, wishing you all out there great tone, good health, and happy stomping. Cheers, friends. I'll see you next time. God bless.